Cal, what did you make of today, my friend? You're on mute, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yes, my friend.
Yep. Well, that first half was very frustrating to watch. It was a frustrating game to watch in general, just all in all. And it's really hard not to just get annoyed watching it because you kind of, you just see the last season. And I think like I'm happy that it happened. It was frustrating to watch, but I'm happy that it happened. So all our weaknesses are kind of exposed, so we kind of know what the problems are, and that left hand side is definitely it's just such a huge problem for us. Martinelli on that left, he's almost unplayable, and not in the good way. Like I don't even want Martinelli as a bench option at this point. It's almost like he's not there. He doesn't really give us anything at all. And also Havertz up front just doesn't work for us. And what was very interesting watching that game, how it unfolded, it's the same way that a lot of games will unfold if we didn't sign Gyökeres. Whereas in the first 15 minutes, we actually had really two good opportunities for Havertz to actually maybe pivot and take a shot and like score. But Havertz isn't that type of player. So he either, passes it to someone else, he'll be in front of goal and he, will try to dink it, like we'll try to get like just offload it. Whereas with an actual striker, you take that chance and it gives the team more life. But when you don't take those early chances, the game kind of drags out, and then you can see the players lose confidence. And yeah, and just looking at the lineup, I don't think Norgard and Declan Rice can play together. I think that's just way too slow, way too like non-creative. That was just horrible to watch. Like as soon as Zubamendi came on, that was like the difference was like night and day. We clearly need Zubamendi in that sixth role if we're gonna play Rice as an eight. So yeah, it wasn't a good watch, but yeah, we know where the problems lie. In terms of people are making fun of Gyökeres saying, "Oh, he doesn't do this, doesn't do that." First of all, it's only 15 minutes, the first time he showed up. And I don't know if people kind of was actually watching the game instead of trying to banter. But first of all, Gyökeres was occupying the middle space that Havertz never occupies. So when you're watching the game, you can actually see like four people were like surrounding Gyökeres by him just being there, staying in that central position, which is something that no one does on the team. So just by doing that, he's creating space on other parts of the pitch. And I don't know if anyone actually watched the game, but there was a time where he actually received the ball in that space and offloaded it. He kind of controlled the ball and did a little offload for Zubamendi to take a shot. And Zubamendi actually scuffed the shot, but he can actually he's really good at hold up play as well. Even though no like clear cut chances were created in the game, I still thought he had a positive impact. You know, and Max Dauman is a freak of nature.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
look,
gonna say.
the Gyökeres thing. I haven't actually read much of the group chat. I think Hassam's had a pop at me. I don't quite understand what he's talking about. He said that he's had a pop at me for praising Arsenal because you still can't break down low blocks, and I'm like, yeah, I criticised Arsenal all the last season for not breaking down low blocks, so I don't really get it. But everyone's going to go for Gyökeres, the same as everyone's going to go for Šeško, the same as everyone's going to go for Ekitike, and everyone's going to go for Wirtz, and everyone's going to go for Isak, and everyone's going to go for Mbeumo. And I think that's something that Arsenal fans have just got to latch onto, because there's an interesting super chat here that I want to jump to that kind of touches on this. It says, you do it all the time. Someone made a point and you bring up a point made by another rival fan as a rebuttal. Now you don't like it as much, do you? Well, that's just nonsense. I don't do that. If you make an argument against me, Mr. Garcia, I don't take something else somebody else has said as a rebuttal directly. What I may do is turn around like I did earlier and say, so someone put in it's really important to win preseason games. And I put in a general point of, well, can we have a conversation about this? Because Man United win. This is not me rebuttaling the direct point with somebody else's opinion, but we've all seen this generally, that Man United win 4-1. Areola says I think his words were, I actually get you his exact words, right? So this is the manager of the opponents we were up against. His words were, and I quote, Let me find this now. Where they're gone? It was in a group chat I was in earlier. It made me laugh because it made me think about preseason. Where's it gone? It said here. This is Ariola's words were, we are very far away from Man United. They are one hell of a team. We did that and we beat a really good team 4-1 from last season. We beat them 4-1. Some will say, but it's just preseason. It means nothing until you're really kicking the ball in the Prem. And I think there's a large amount of truth to that. The problem then is, Garcia, is that Arsenal lose a game and it's an indicator their season is going to be absolutely awful, or it's the proof that their season, more than an indicator, is going to be absolutely awful. And when I use that as an example, it isn't rebuttaling the person's direct comment. It's about having a conversation about how do we as a general consensus view the situation. That's different from me saying, Hussam, you're wrong, because Jamie Carragher wrote this article saying something different. It's fun about, like Hussam says, I think Gyökeres is a terrible player because he only scored goals in Portugal. And then saying, yeah, but Jamie Carragher said that Darwin Núñez was brilliant because he played in Portugal. That would be a ridiculous rebuttal. But that isn't the point. If I turned around and went, though, okay, I get you're saying that. I understand why you think that. But what about the multiple people that say that the league is very good? There's an article here from Jamie Carragher as an example where he said this. Why do you disagree with that? That's not rebuttaling somebody with someone else's opinion. It's creating a talking point. I hope that makes sense to you now, brother. I hope it sinks in a little deeper. I appreciate all the super chats, but you don't have chats on waffle. Eze in attacking midfield, 56 GA in 142 games. Left wing, 18 GA in 46 games. Central midfield, 12 GA in 43. Left wing, 12 GA in 33. He owns that space, loves to cut inside, and statistically equally effective. I don't think it matters his starting position on the pitch. What about you?
This is like everyone just looks at a starting lineup and they just see the dots on the spreadsheet and they go, yes, yep, that guy plays in the midfield. That's where he belongs. And it's like, dude, watch him play, man. Like he likes that left space and he'll be just as good there for us. It's just it's gonna be fine. You know, to be honest, my main problem isn't, that Eze can't play that space. I think he can. My main problem is I don't think we can use Martinelli off the bench at all. That's why I didn't think he was going to be this bad, because it's been like 3 games of terrible performances, and it was like it seemed to be continuing from last season, and it's getting worse every season, and I don't want him off the bench. Like, say what you want about Trossard. Trossard is good off the bench. Even today, he came on, and he, in the little time that he had, looked way better than Martinelli. Bloody Reece Nelson came on and looked better than Martinelli. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think it's not about just getting Eze. I think we just need, we probably need another left winger.
Oh.
Just as a number.
Oh,
is that what's up?
Fabrizio just retweeted a tweet from 4 days ago, 5 days ago about Garnacho to Man United. And normally when they start, Garnacho to Chelsea. Normally when they start retweeting things, it normally means something's about to break or grow on this. I'm gonna bring a Gowan in a minute, but I'll see him backstage. I want to go to Diego here. Diego, now answer me this question. Terry and the other Arsenal fans' face is a picture. The tone of their voice. Man said it's pre-season. This is cope. It's hilarious. So let me ask you a question, and can you please answer this directly? I respect it. Man United have currently got the best pre-season record of all the current top 6. Unbeaten. I think we scored the most goals, only conceded 1. Actually, conceded 2, actually. Well, I think we do have the best record in pre-season. If today isn't pre-season, if today's means we can draw conclusions, where's your prediction of Man United finishing next year? Are we in the title race? Could we even win the league? Because based on pre-season, we've been better than Arsenal. We've been better than Liverpool. We've been better than Spurs because we've picked up more points. If you add it all together, it's 7 points for us. I don't think other people have done that yet on the pre-season tours. I'm talking. So again, this is my point. No one is going to go United winning the league now because they've had a good start to pre-season. You could say I think United will improve this year, but this is what I'm saying. Again, my title saying it's pre-season. It's a bit of a dig. 1 minute Preseason means nothing if United are winning. The next minute, it means everything when Arsenal lose. Let's pick a camp. And I don't care what camp you're in, but stick to it, my pedigree chum. But I bet you don't. I bet you don't stick to it. I bet you change. Everyone mad that Gyökeres only got 15 minutes, have zero ball knowledge, and should be banned from watching football. Listen, I agree. I want to see more of him because I really like the player. I wanted to see what he could do. But I get why he got 15 minutes. It's his first game. I just totally get it. Igal's here with us. What